Hey everybody, it's Rob. Hey, I just want to do a quick kind of follow-up, something I learned, kind of a video. If you watched my last video, I don't remember which one it was, but anyway, I mentioned my boat was overheating twice, so I reluctantly took it to the dealer, got it looked at, and nothing was wrong. They ran all the diagnostics, did whatever they're supposed to do, and all was good. So I don't know. But one thing I did learn, he asked me what kind of oil I used. Thought it was kind of a strange question, but what I found out, and honestly I'm kind of amazed I haven't learned this over the years, but if your boat's under warranty, and this is going to kind of contradict what I've said in the past in some of my videos with oil changes, stuff like that. If your boat's under warranty and something happens to it, you have to be able to prove that you're using Yamaha products. I think that's kind of shitty because the oil is really expensive. But in the long run, if something bad happens with your boat, and you know it's covered under warranty, then maybe the extra price of the oil is going to be all right. So, kind of to carry off of my oil change video that I did earlier, how I use Castrol. I have used the Yamaha products in the past. Once I got to Florida, I didn't because it was expensive, but I'm going to start just to be safe. And I recommend now to you guys, it's up to you, but if your boat's under warranty and you're going to do your own work, document it. Keep the receipts for the Yamaha oil. Keep the receipts for the Yamaha oil filter. And anything else you do, document it. Use a spreadsheet, crayons, it don't matter. Just keep, so if it ever comes down to it, you can prove, say here, here's the date I used this oil and this oil filter, and it's all Yamaha products. Keep it in a binder, in a Ziploc bag. That's where I keep a lot of my stuff when it deals with the boat, to keep it in a Ziploc. In a watertight box with all the registration and shit like that. The other thing is, and this is specifically to saltwater folks, salt Terminator or salt away or some sort of salt dissolving product. They never tell us that when we buy the boats. I was never told. I'm curious if any of you have been told. If you don't use those products when you're flushing these boats out, what happens is, and the guy showed me a picture, he wouldn't send it to me, but around the cylinders, those of you that are unfamiliar with this, if you look like down and you got the 4 cylinders, there's a small cavity around every cylinder, around all the way down all 4. And in that little cavity is where the water goes in, and it surrounds those cylinders and helps keep every cylinder cool. Well, these engines get so hot, and that salt water going in there, it can crystallize. And it'll clog up that whole path, and now you're going to get overheating. And that's kind of what they thought mine was going to be. But I use salt Terminator every time. But the bottom line is, if you don't use a salt dissolving product when flushing these boats, it's not going to be covered under warranty if something goes bad. It's a pretty shitty deal because they didn't tell me. And my neighbor just bought a boat, exact same thing. He bought the SX240. They didn't tell him that either. He uses it because I use it. And kind of as a new boat, welcome aboard kind of a gift, I bought him a gallon of that salt Terminator. So, I am highly recommending to you guys, whether it's a Yamaha or whether it's any other jet boat for that matter, even an outboard, use a salt dissolving product because that salt will just destroy the innards of these engines. And I didn't really know that until he showed me the picture of what it looks like. So the first 2 questions he asked me was, do you use Salt Away or Salt Terminator, and do you use Yamaha oil? That was the first 2 questions right off the bat before we even started talking about warranty. So I recommend that. What was the other thing? I think that was it. I think that's all I wanted to cover. I wanted to hurry up and get that out to you because I thought that was very interesting. because I told him I did all my own maintenance. He goes, well, I sure hope you can prove that you use Yamaha stuff. I was like, oh shit, here we go. But the only thing I didn't use that's Yamaha is the oil, and honestly, I'm going to go back to it. I thought my warranty was up, but I got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna go back to using Yamaha stuff. And it's a small price to pay. These motors are like $10,000 a piece. If something goes bad, and so I'm gonna go back to using Yamaha products. So anyway, I wanted to share that with y'all, and I think that was it, man. I'm still working on my voltage meter one. I just had family here. I went to my daughter's graduation. It's one of those things, man, back and forth. I just haven't been around. And then when I got back, I just, started drinking because I was glad my family was gone. So I got to get back into it. And then this weekend's the 4th of July, and I'm going to be on the boat a lot. So we're going to do some metal detecting, I guess. My wife is big into metal detecting. If any of you are into metal detecting, she's got her own YouTube channel. It's called She Detector. Really big into it, and she's got a lot of followers. So if you're into metal detecting and you want to learn about some of that shit, go look her up on YouTube and She Detector. She does a lot of reviews. She's got a bunch of sponsors now, and she takes out different metal detectors, and she's hot. Man, my wife's good looking. She doesn't show her face though. That's kind of part of the thing, is the anonymity. But as soon as she finds her first ring, she's going to show her face. It's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm pimping her, I guess. So, or her page anyway. Don't take that the wrong way. But yeah, She Detector. Anyway, I'm out, guys, and I swear I'm getting that voltage meter one out soon. Hopefully next week sometime. So, anybody has any questions, give me a holler. And yeah, until then, good boating, guys.